Hello, everyone. This is the Papa John's Railsplitters on the mic. I'm Rusty Peace, and we're talking with Lincoln Memorial University head golf coach Travis Muncy today. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for coming down.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year.
The new year promises a lot for the LMU golf teams. This year looks like, COVID permitting, we're going to actually get to have a season.
Yep. It's looking pretty good for golf. We're very fortunate to be one of those sports that we can social distance and we're outside. So, we got that on our side. So I think, Lord willing, I think we'll have a season this year and hopefully get off to a good start.
I know that prior to the holiday break, there were some guidelines put into place that limited off-season workouts and so forth. Has that affected your team's preparation for the upcoming schedules?
No, we're like I said, fortunate. We can social distance, and we're an individual sport, so we can space ourselves out during practice, and we can limit ourselves in our indoor workouts with masks and things. So, it's one of those things you got to take very seriously. Wear your mask, take care of yourself, because if somebody does pop positive, then it affects the whole team.
Well, lo and behold, in the year of a pandemic, we have anything that kind of happens out of the ordinary that would be added salt to the wound, so to speak. This year, it seems like we've had more snow than we've had in recent years, and I know that you can go into an indoor bay and hit and so forth, but there's nothing like actually getting out there on the course and getting that experience and putting and chipping and driving and so forth. You can do that here, but there's some days that just haven't been conducive to do that.
No, we've started the year off with a lot more snow than we usually do, so we've been stuck inside, but we do have heated bays that we can hit balls inside out on. It's not the same as hitting off grass, but it does give us that little edge to keep practicing and to improve.
So let's go back to 2020 when the 2020 season basically got canceled. There were some sports, and it may be all spring sports, were granted another year of eligibility. Now, that being said, did golf receive that grant as well, and how have you benefited, or has it hurt you for the 2021 schedule?
No, we sort of picked up where we left off from the last time. We did get to play each team got to play in one tournament this fall, and, it was a lot more protocols and restrictions and things like that. But, it was about like being back to normal. So,
in other words, you're saying everybody came back from a year ago that was going to be a senior?
Yes.
Wow, that's got to be a good problem to have.
Yeah, well, we were a young team. Dan Bradbury was just a junior. Luke Harries was just a junior. We were pretty young. We did lose Harry Boyle. He graduated and decided not to take his COVID year and come back. So we did lose one. We lost Harry. On the girls' side, we lost Shelby Campbell. She graduated and decided not to come back for a COVID year to play. So, the core of our team is back, and, preseason, the men are ranked number 2 in the country. And the women, we finished 4th in our first tournament and, showing signs of moving up the ladder.
Yeah, you kind of beat me to the punch on that when I wanted to point out that the number 2 national ranking is the highest preseason ranking that you've ever received with the men's program.
It is. That's the highest rankings, we ever had. And, if we could have won that first tournament we played in the fall, we would have been number 1 in the country. That's sort of one of those bittersweet pills to swallow, but it is what it is. But being number 2 in the country is our highest ranking. The guys are excited. We're excited. We're just ready to get back out there.
So let's go back to the women there. You mentioned that you won your first tournament and so on. What do you feel are going to be the biggest challenges for the women's program in 2021?
We have a lot of new players, so it's going to be getting that team chemistry together and getting together as a team, and I think they're going to play really well. We're very young, so a lot of freshmen and sophomores playing. Harper's back as a senior, but beyond that, we're very young.
Is the schedule spread far and wide. I know that typically you're down in the Carolinas a lot. You're down in the Florida area. Are there any home tournaments that fans can look forward to?
Yeah, we're playing in Knoxville. The men host a tournament at Wind River. We'll be in Knoxville for the last week of March, and then everybody can come out and watch the conference championships, the men's and women's, in April at Wood Lake. So we do get a host conference this year. We were supposed to host it last year, but with COVID being canceled, they just moved everything to this year. So we'll be at Wood Lake in April for the men and women.
That's got to be good to return to a course that you periodically practice on, that you know so well, having been associated with Wood Lake for so long. It's got to be good to get back here and not have to travel those distances and kind of have those teams in here and maybe, if for lack of a better term, have a slight edge in terms of the knowledge of the course.
Yeah, it's nice to have the home course advantage. We always play good there, but it does add that extra pressure of like, you should win there. So, it's a double-edged sword. The guys are comfortable playing there, but then they put extra pressure on themselves and the girls, knowing that they should play good there and win there.
You talked about the strength of the returners on the men's side. Has anyone taken their game, let's say, to an even higher level than they had a year ago or maybe even 2 years ago?
Yeah, Dan and Luke are playing some of the best golf they've played since they've been here. Dan, this over Christmas break, he got to go play in the Patriot tournament, which they invite all the first-team All-Americans to that tournament. And he finished second, which was the only Division II, I think, in the top 20, Division II player in the top 20. So he played very well down in Miami and there. So, Dan's playing some really good golf right now.
As far as the 2021 schedule, I know that when you're playing golf, especially against some of the Sunshine Conference schools, they've got some stiff competition down there. The SAC has hard competition as well as this region. Tell us who some of your opponents will be and what you expect in some of the events that you'll participate.
Well, it's just going to be the Florida schools. Aiken, ranked number 1 in the country, they're in our super region. They're going to be a tough competitor. And then, you have all the Florida schools. Lynn, Berry, Florida Southern, all those, Nova. They're playing year-round in 80-degree weather, so, they have a slight edge on us. But, we hold our own against the Florida schools now, and, we're probably one of the most northern schools that this has this highest rank. So, we try to hold our own against them. So,
Coach, I want to put you on the spot just a little bit here. I know that daily I'll have people, seems like, ask me, hey, when's the LMU Golf Facility going to open back up to the public? They want to know when they can come out and hit and so forth. Do you see anything like that in the near future?
I do not. With our COVID bubble and everything, we'd love to have the public out here and, even the student body to be able to use the facility. But at this time, it's just not feasible to have our practice and, to keep our bubble going.
All right, if you will, we'll close things out. Tell us about your next event for both your men's and women's teams and what you expect in preparation for that.
Well, we open up the year Valentine's Day weekend, the 14th through the 16th. So, both the men and women play down in St. Augustine. We've got a full field on both sides. I think we got 15 women's teams and 20 men's teams that we're co-hosting with Wingate, and I expect both teams to come out and do really well in the event. We'll be one of the highest ranked teams in the men's side, and a lot of good teams on the women's side, and we can start creeping up the rankings in the women. Our goal is to be in the top 20 with the women before the semester's over with.